Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki if you're new here. So in today's video we're going to be cooking some lasagna, and this is how I like to cook my lasagna. So I'll just jump into the ingredients. So I'm using 2 lbs of ground beef, and in my beef I'm going to put 3/4 of those onions. I'm using red onions. Those are the ones I have no specific reason. Those are 4 cloves of garlic. I love garlic. If you don't, you can always reduce the amount. I'm going to be using 2 chili cubes, and this is the chili cube that I'm using. If you do not have this, you can use chicken bouillon, 2 of them for the 2 lbs of meat. I'm also going to be using 2 tomatoes for my beef. I'm going to blend those. Yes, they're not going to be whole. I'm just going to blend them to make it easier for me. And that's it. That's what is going into the meat. So I'm also going to be making some marinara sauce for myself, and because I don't have it in the house. And anyway, anything that you make from scratch is always healthier because you know what's in it. So for my marinara sauce, I'm going to be using 4 of the tomatoes. I'm also going to blend those, and I'm going to, for my spices, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of paprika, some bay leaves, black pepper, pink salt, and these are 2 cloves of garlic. I always keep garlic powder around just in case I need a little bit of garlic, and you know, that's easier to use than to go back to peel, crush, and all that. So as you can see, I have an assortment of cheese. There's going to be a lot of cheese in this food. I have some sharp cheddar, mild cheddar. I'm gonna mix them up. Use any kind of cheese you have. I love cheddar cheese, yeah. And that's my choice of the lasagna macaroni. So that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to boil that for about 20 minutes, then take it off because I don't want to fully cook it. I just want it to where it's al dente, like it's still firm but cooked, because we're still gonna put this in the oven. All right, let's get to it. So I'm going to start by cooking my pasta, and I'm just going to put a little bit of salt, and the salt is to taste. It's up to what you decide. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of cooking oil, and then I'm going to let this boil for 20 minutes. The reason why I'm letting this boil for 20 minutes is because that's the instruction on the packet for the macaroni. Okay, so you can follow the instructions on whichever brand you decide to use, or just be checking on your macaroni to make sure that it doesn't cook fully, because remember, we're going to also be baking this in the oven for about 45 minutes. So you don't want it to cook fully, because if it cooks fully and then you go again and cook it for 45 more minutes, it's gonna be soggy. Okay, yeah. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the notification button as well, so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. You can also tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to the comment section, let me know what you think. Niambie tu vile unafeel. If you enjoy any of my videos or this particular video, don't forget to give it a like as well, because it helps for the video to be recommended to other people as well. For you who are my returning subscribers, asanteni sana, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. For you guys who take the time to like my videos, comment on my videos, thank you so much. God bless you and increase you.
giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby,
So guys, I've just been cooking the tomatoes and just letting the water evaporate from the tomatoes, and now I'm just removing the bay leaves. Yeah, you want to remove them. Or you can keep them in there if you don't mind biting into them. So once majority of the water has evaporated from your tomatoes, now our marinara sauce is ready, and you can put it aside. You do not want all the water to evaporate from your marinara sauce, because you need it as a paste. If you have too many tomatoes and it's taking too long and you're not patient enough to wait for the water to evaporate, you can always add a slurry, and that's just cornstarch and a little bit of cold water. Once you drop that into your tomato paste or marinara, it's immediately, like after 2 seconds, going to start making it thicker. Okay, yeah, so that's just a little tip, just in case you're not patient enough to wait. So now I'm just going to start layering, and I usually start layering with my mincemeat at the bottom, and then continue up with my layers. And then we're going to be cooking this in the oven for 30 minutes when it's fully covered, and then you're going to uncover it and cook it again for another 15 minutes. So when it comes to your macaroni, once you've taken it off the cooking pot, you want to run cold water on it so that it can stop cooking, and also leave it in the cold water. Don't drain it out, because once you drain out the cold water before you're done cooking your meat and everything else, it's gonna dry up, and you don't want that. So pour out the hot water and then run cold water through it, and then leave it in the cold water for you to be done with what you're doing. Once you're done with that, you can dump out the cold water and now start layering. As you can see, my macaroni is quite wet, a little bit wet, because I just dumped out the cold water. So you want to keep that in mind. So guys, our lasagna is ready to cook, so we're going to bake it in the oven for 30 minutes when fully covered, and then we're going to remove the cover and cook it again for another 15 minutes. So in total it's 45 minutes of baking. Yeah, so you also want to let your lasagna cool down before you cut into it or serve it. I was so impatient. I couldn't wait. I served mine real quick, real quick, but you're not going to see that. You're going to see it when it's fully cooled down. So guys, if you're not subscribed yet, please kindly hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well, so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. So guys, I guess I'll see you on the next one.